What is so hard in this thing? Orientation is not locked. Come on. It's not locked. Orientation is not locked. Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm just getting ready, man. I'm just trying to get ready. I hope everybody is okay. We're talking about dangerous situation that looks really, really harmless for young people in the time and in the season that we live right now. They don't look serious. They don't look like it's a big deal. But it is a big deal. And this is coming from a place of experience, books that have been read, and opinions of people that are smarter than you and I. These are the conversations I'm going to be having this morning. I have about another 4 minutes before we start this. And I just wanted to get the orientation of my camera correctly on YouTube, especially for some reason. It's not giving me what I wanted, but I'm trying to see how we can solve that problem very quickly. The orientation is messing me up. Um, I'm not sure why, but we're going to resolve this very quickly. Please stay with me. Thank you. What can we do differently? I'm not sure why the orientation of this, especially on YouTube, it's very funny. It gives me a lot of headache, honestly. Um, this is not funny at all. Okay, I think I got it. Please bear with me. I'm so sorry. I'm still getting used to these things. Oh, come on now. I'll have to edit all these pages out. Is anybody having problem with orientations when you want to go live? Like, is this something that you have experienced before? Has anyone been in that situation before? Going live, how it's so hard and difficult. to get yourself to a better orientation. Has anyone felt that before? Have you experienced that before? And we have to make do with this, honestly. If there's something I'm doing wrong, I have to go and learn how to. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, man. It's still the same. Still the same. If anyone can put me through this, I'll be very, very glad. I'll get it right one day. Orientation is so hard. I don't know why YouTube makes it so hard that much. Honestly, I'm not sure why it's so hard. This is not how I envisage this to happen, but it's just so annoying. So annoyingly hard. Seriously. Well, I guess this is what we will have to do today. Unfortunately, please bear with me. Sincerely speaking, I sincerely apologize for this. I'm grateful for those who stayed, because I know we live in a world that is fast paced and people are getting out as quickly as possible. So there is no time to waste. You cannot waste anybody's time in the season that we have now, because people are getting ready to get stuff done with their lives. Once again, I want to thank everyone that is present today. Good morning. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Ben. I teach leadership and ethics, strategic management at Western Covenant University in Los Angeles, California. I am also a counselor. I also consult for families. I am interested in youth and young adults. I basically handle your teenage child, the total life transformation, how he has to do right, from series of choices and decisions that has to be made. I'm telling you a couple of things that I do apart from lecturing that I take care of. I have a consulting firm that is interested in boy, girl, child education. We help little ways we can in Nigeria. I also am interested in, I'm a girl child advocate. We go to schools in Nigeria where we train people on how to keep themselves. Any child that's been abused, we look into situations like that. We try to educate people as much as we can. And I just have we have this flair and this interest in anyone who is interested in completely transforming your life altogether, basically. So this morning, I'm going to be talking to us about something very, very simple. It looks unusual. It looks like it's not a big deal. But honestly, by the time you see through what's going on in people's lives, you would find out very quickly that there are situations and there are behaviors that people don't even know they're practicing that can set them back. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Let me go through the comment section very quickly. Dino, thank you for joining me. I want you to also invite other people to join me on this platform. It will be an honor, and I'll be very grateful if you can. I always say that this is not a comedy spot. This is not a place where we are dancing. This is anybody that tune into a platform like this is because you want to get something for knowledge, for wisdom, for your family, for yourself, and how you can propel your life. You know what I mean? So please, it would be really, really good if you can share this platform, share this to friends, share it to your platform, put it on your status. Just invite other people to come in so that we can get this started. Today I'm going to be talking about behaviors that are not so obvious. They look so harmless. They look like it's not a big deal, but they're setting young people back. And I know when I mention things like this, you think about alcoholism, you think about gambling, you think about drugs, you think about pornography, you think about stealing, night crawling, and stuff like that, clubbing and all of that. Whilst all that is true, whilst all of that is correct, I am trying to put it to you that there are other silent behaviors that can actually cost a young man his life. And I'm not talking about unaliving now. I'm talking about that can cost you not to progress the way you really want to progress, a man or a woman and stuff like that. And I took my time. I took a cue from a couple of books that I've been reading, but I already programmed that today I will talk about that. Emmanuel, thank you. I see. So a lot of young people don't fail because they make big mistakes. First of all, can we agree that there are mistakes that are irreversible? The moment you make them, you might not come back from it. You might not come back from it. Let me give an example. If you live in the United States and you went to jail as a young person, it will take the grace of God. It will take huge grace of God to put your life together again. Going to jail is a big deal in this part of the world, that your life might not remain the same anymore. It's just like, God forbid, some accidents that people would have that can claim their lives, or accidents that won't claim lives but that can render you handicapped, and one's life will not remain the same. So also are behaviors, but people tolerate them because they don't even look like anything. It's not a big deal, for God's sake. It doesn't look like it's going to affect me. Adeyemi, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you. Please help me invite other people to come in. Let's just do this together. If you have a thought, if you have a comment, if there is anything at all that you want to say, I can bring you up, or you can just leave me a message and I'll read it to everybody. So people fail because of small tolerated habits that slowly weakens your habit. They slowly weakens your judgment, your sense of morality. They slowly disturb your discipline and your relationship. It doesn't come like a big deal, you know what I mean? But with time, this behavior starts to claim and it starts to disturb you. They are subtle. You don't feel them almost immediately. If someone is into drugs, you can tell. Anytime they're high, you can just tell that, oh my God, something is going on here. Yes, we know. And it's bad. But I'm telling you that there are other behavioral attitudes that young man, a young woman would have that you might not see it coming. Some of them look like it has always been there, but it is a distraction. It comes sometimes like excitement. It comes like entertainment. It comes as if you are doing something very tangible, but whereas you're actually not doing it. You know what I mean? And these are the things we are going to be looking into. It is going to be 30 minutes. I will not be out of words, but because I'm respecting people's time, we are going to keep it down like that. Sometimes around 10:30, 10:35, we are going to be rounding off. But this is how it is. T, thank you for joining me. Mojisola Ogui, thank you for joining. If there's any young person around you, Lamide, thank you for joining. Oh, Lamide, I see you. If there is anyone that you think needs to hear this, I will just ask you to invite them in. Please, I'm asking you to do this for me because we are going to have a very good time. The first thing that I know, young people have poor relationship with time. You see what I'm saying? This is not about one of those big things that we think about. Whilst we are going to mention them, young people have poor relationship with time, and it can destroy the level of progress you are supposed to have at a time. Not just lateness, it's deeper than that. Some young people don't respect time emotionally. They think they have plenty of time to do whatever they want to do. They assume that they can catch up anytime they want to catch up. And that's a very reckless behavior. You know what I mean? That's a very reckless behavior. When you assume that you will be able to catch up later, you then procrastinate. You say, I will do it later. Chief MKO Abiola, in one of his videos that I saw many years ago, said procrastination is the thief of time. Stealing, like when something steals from you, that procrastination is the thief of time. And he said that simply because he knows the value of time. You cannot recover some time that you have lost. And that delay can seriously stop your growth, because tomorrow does not feel guaranteed. The only time you have is now. And it is whatever that you are doing with time now that would really matter. So if a young person listening to me right now as I'm talking to you, you need to reevaluate how you relate with time. And like I said, this is not about lateness only. This is deeper than that. Have a sense of time in anything that you are trying to do. People who go far, they usually develop a sense of urgency without panic. These are two different things. A sense of urgency without panic. You know you give yourself time. Don't just leave an open-end plan. I plan to do this between January and March. You understand? Don't leave it to chance. If you take this seriously, you will see the level of productivity that can come into your life, because time has no respect for anyone. And you know what is funny and wonderful about time? Everybody has the same 24 hours. What you do with your time is going to determine the way your future is going to be shaped. It's going to determine how far you're willing to go. What are you doing with your time right now? Any young man or young woman that is listening to me, the time you are supposed to go to school to get an education, or the time you are supposed to be an apprentice to learn, to have a earning skill, your ability to earn a living because of a skill that you are learning. If you miss that bracket, you will suffer. You will suffer if you miss that bracket. You will suffer if you miss that bracket. Last born, thank you for joining me. If you miss that bracket, you are supposed to go to school. You miss that bracket, you are supposed to learn. You will suffer, because you are going to run out of that particular time, and a lot of things are going to start happening. Remember, have a sense of urgency. Don't rush yourself, but every specific time you are supposed to get something done. And when you make up your mind that you want to do it, just go ahead and do it. That is one of the dangerous things that people do as young persons now, and it doesn't count because it doesn't look like a big deal. But it is a big deal because it is going to affect you. I hope that makes sense to you. If you have any comments, any suggestion, or you want to come up and talk and all of that, please kindly do that. Imagine in your 30s if you are just gaining admission. And it's not because of lack of money. It's not because of lack of opportunities. You can imagine what it's going to look like. When I'm supposed to be in school and I can't afford school. Now, I was just about to say that, or last born, if you are supposed to be in school and you cannot afford school. And I feel sorry about that. Some people might not be able to relate with that, but as a counselor, I've seen so many things. There are people who cannot afford school. They really want to go to school. What would you have done? Can someone start in 30s? Absolutely. Why not? Why not? People start every time. Oh my God, this is going to open my if I'm not careful, I will start another conversation entirely from what I want to tell you. Let me give you a gist very quickly. Just a couple of days ago, I was speaking to a group of persons, and my boss was telling me that he started his life 3 times. It's shocking. I'm telling you, it's a shock to me. He said he started his life 3 times. You know that sense of, I don't think I have time. I don't think I can ever make it again. Have you been there? Have you felt like that recently? That when will I ever be able to gather money to buy a car? Something as simple as a car. Especially when you live in a country that makes it look so difficult. Have you been there where you think about, when will I ever be able to build a house? You don't even have a land. How much more building it? Your salary cannot even sort out your domestic problems. And you start imagining in your brain that, will I ever be able to do this? But I've seen people in their early 60s who got it wrong till their 40s. I'm telling you, no jokes. They got it wrong till their 40s. And between 20 years, they turned their lives around. And that brought a lot of encouragement to me. So when students come to me and they ask me questions, or they are talking to me, or they are feeling like things are not going to work out for them, I quickly cite examples of people like that. The man that was talking to me, by standard of where we live, he's okay. He's okay. He's not stranded. He's not broke. He has a job. He has a house of his own. He has a car of his own. He's fine. If he retires now, he will be very okay. And he started again at 40. Guys, does that make sense to you? He started at 40. Last born, to answer your question, in your 30s, if you are in your 30s, you can start again. You will need a lot of help. I am not denying that. And I hope such help will come to you. But nobody should think they cannot start again. Nobody should think that. People start. He said he started 3 times. I'm going to have a whole session of discussion about that later. Before the end of this month, I intend to, I'm still gathering materials, and I'm researching on people who started all over again without having to stop. It will look like you are behind, but unfortunately for you, you will realize that you will catch up. And that's one fantastic thing about the life that we are living now. As long as you still have breath, as long as you have not gone, as long as you are not going to give up on yourself, you can make a lot of things happen. Back to our discussion. Your relationship with time as a young person, you need to redefine it. If you don't redefine it, you will waste a lot of resource, you will waste a lot of time, and it will eventually destroy your future. And I hope that makes sense to you. The second thing is not finishing things. Young people have the tendency of starting and stopping and jump into another thing that is trending, that jump into something else that is working, and jump. You wanted to start a business, all of a sudden you decide to delve into something else. Like, starting is very attractive for young people. You have the drive, you have the energy, you want to get it on, you want to get everything done. But as time persisted, you start to shake, you start to have different impressions about how you want to go, and that is dangerous. A young person who rarely completes any task will develop dangerous behavior along the line. Have the discipline to start and continue whatever that you started on. But there is a caveat there. Again, I already noted this down because I'm going to talk about it in one of my videos that I will put out there. I know motivational speakers have said, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing. Go ahead. Go. Keep doing it. And I know it sounds really, really encouraging and motivating. But there are times you have to give up. Hello? How about that? There are times you have to give up. If you are going on the wrong direction, in the wrong direction, it doesn't matter how far you've gone. The moment you find out that you are going the wrong way, you give up. Do a U-turn and go back to the right direction. So it will be very wrong of a public speaker or a motivational speaker or a religious leader to face hundreds and thousands of people, as I'm talking right now, to say, don't give up. Some people should give up. Some people should not give up, depending on what the relationship is. For example, you need to give up on bad behavior. You need to give up on this ability to quit every time you start something. You need to give up. So when I say not finishing things, I'm saying that in this perspective. You need to know when to stop. You need to, don't be the type that will start, and Yoruba will say, that's how it comes to my mind right now. You know, English has few limitations sometimes. For my international audience, I was going to say that people have the tendency to start, pause, or they do like 5 things at the same time. Jack of all trades. And they pride themselves. If you have the ability to do it, why not? You start this one, you give 3%. You start this one, you give 10%. You start this one, you give 45%. You start this one, you give 35%. The one you give 40% is looking promising, and you do it for a while because you have spread yourself into different dimensions that is draining you. And I hope that makes sense to you. Not finishing things is one of the biggest challenges that young people have in the time that we live right now. Someone who talks more than building. You say so much, but you won't follow through, or you will start and you will not finish. It is bad. It is very, very wrong. You need to practice how to stay on whatever that you have decided that you want to do. And I hope that makes sense to you. Anything that you start that you didn't finish, except it is in the context of what I just told us now, that sometimes you need to stop some things that are not working. If you are going in the wrong direction and you find out, it doesn't matter if you are 90% almost done. If it is the wrong direction, you go back because you don't have destination. Some people need to give up on their relationships. Toxic, evil, very horrible relationship that can take your life if care is not taken. Relationship that can destroy your future if care is not taken. You need to give up on it. So I will be wrong to say don't give up. What do you mean? Give up. You should give up on some things. That's the point I'm trying to. But in the general context, any young person listening to me, whatever that you start, try as much as possible to identify that it is the right thing and continue. Have the ability to stay when you're doing something. Have the ability to stay on something, anything that you start, if it is the right thing. I need to emphasize that. You need to start believing in your own dreams. You need to start, and I hope that you will have the drive and the support and every other things that you need, that you will need to, to achieve your purpose. A strong future requires a bit of completion. A bit of completion. Your ability to complete a task is a skill that will pay off at the end of the day. Starting is critical. Staying is critical. Completing is very, very important. And I hope this makes sense to you. If you're a young person listening to me, have the staying power to continue what you have started. If it is the right thing, I'm emphasizing that. Everybody listening to me, whatever that you start that is the right thing, have the ability to continue. Have the tenacity, and I hope you will have the staying power to continue. If it is a wrong thing, stop. Give up. Giving up is a skill. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Some people will continue to stay in a terrible relationship. He's beating you now. He's checking other people out on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. You know this guy is going to be a serial cheat. But because you have invested 3 years, 4 years into that relationship, you think he's going to change. Marriage does not change anybody. Marriage only reveals who you really are. Ask people who are married. They will tell you. Marriage doesn't change anybody, to be honest. From my experience, and the experience of people who have gone way ahead of us many, many times. The point I'm making is, have the ability to identify the things you need to continue, and is a skill. It is a type of skill to have the ability to decipher, to check. I need to give up on this one. I need to continue with this one. It's a broad statement to say don't give up. Give up on some things that you need to give up on, and continue on the things that you need to continue on. You can converge all that energy into something that is working in your life. And I think that is the most important thing that is very, very resounding in this conversation today. So again, thank you for joining me. I may not have the opportunity to mention people's names because I don't want to waste your time. The next thing I want to talk about, for young people, one of the things that can silently destroy your future, that is not addiction. It's not pornography. It's not gambling, lottery. It's not alcoholism. Because those are the pronounced ones that people think, oh, he's going to talk about. No, I know you know that these things are wrong. The one I'm talking about, for example, is your character. Your character. forgetting that character is part of success. There are people, Dr. Charles Apoki calls it perceivable value. The ability for someone to look at you like this, and they can smell, they can perceive that you're a good person. They can perceive that you're a terrible person. It has a way of probably short-circuiting your process or open some greater doors for you. Many people, especially young people, they think success is mainly about skill. If I'm skillful enough, I'll be successful. There are so many successful people. There are so many people who are skillful but not successful. Hello, how about that? You know they are skillful. You know they have good grades in the university. You know that they know the job. You know that if you ask them to come and do something now, they will do it 100%, and they are still not successful because they have terrible character. Character will determine whether success can be sustained or you will leave it alone. And when I talk about character, I'm talking about your patience. I'm talking about your humility. I'm talking about your ability to delay gratification. I'm talking about your honesty. People can lie. Young people can lie. They say a lot of things that they cannot do. And that is a very reckless way to live life. Your character is critical, is a critical success factor in your journey of life. How can someone just look at you and think, I think I can trust this person? Why? Why? What informs that decision? They don't know you before. And someone will put an entire business in your hands just because of the vibes that they get from you. I call it vibes because I know young people might be listening, but basically it's your perceivable value. The value of an individual to look at you without knowing you from nowhere before and just have an inclination, a gut feeling. I think this guy is going to make it. I think this guy can do more than what we are giving him right now. And they will take a chance on you. If you forget that character is part of success journey, you will not go far. Your life will be miserable. You will not even, what's the future we are talking about? It's whatever you are doing right now that will determine the future that you're talking. There is no future anywhere. The future you talked about 10 years ago, that's where we are right now. Hello, how about that? The future you talked about 15 years ago, here's the future right now. What have you done to make sure that you'll not be stranded again for the next 10 years? And when I mean stranded, I'm not talking about money. Please don't get it twisted. I'm talking about overall success in life. Are you loyal? Are you grateful? Are you responsible? Not just following everything that is trending online. And Tony, thank you for joining. Look, I'm saying all of these things because if you inculcate, if you put character to whatever you are doing right now, maybe there are some other doors that will open for you. Really, think about it. Think about it for a second. Maybe if you just add character to the things that you are doing now, you are not snappy, you are not angry. Every time you are offended, you are not friendly. You understand? You just be so unfriendly. When people look at you, they can't even talk to you. It's as if you are carrying the burden of the whole entire world on your shoulder. And it's nobody's problem. I'm not responsible for your problem. Just the way you are not responsible for my challenges. There are people who are dealing with stuff and they are still able to know that character will open doors that they have never opened before. It will get you to a destination that people will be wondering that, who sponsored this journey? How did you get to this destination? How did you know these people? How did you get to this level? They will assume that it's a level of connection. But if you have a solid character, it can make your journey go faster than you ever imagined. Any young person listening to me right now, I want you to think about your behavior. Think about your response time. The text message that was sent to you, when did you reply the message? How many calls have you missed? Your customer that showed up last week, do you think he's going to come back? Do you think she's going to come back? How many people, what can people say about you? What kind of character have you displayed to make people think there is more to you where you're coming from? I mean, more to you that I mean is that I think, let's give him another chance. I think this guy is making a lot of sense. So if you're a young person joining me, You're a young person listening to me right now. What type of character do you have? If you have good talent, you are so skillful, but you fall short in your character, you will still not go far. And it's not alcoholism, it is not addiction. It is not addiction just because you have a terrible character. How can you not have an addiction problem and character will floor you? Don't you think you need to think about it? Don't you think you really have to put that into consideration? You've handled the difficult things. You won't let horrible things control you. Gambling is no more your problem. Womanizing is no more your problem. It is now character that will destroy your life. Come on. Think about it for a second. Does that make sense? If gambling is not your problem, alcoholism is not your problem, stealing is not your problem, it is now your character, just because you don't know how to talk, that will now destroy everything that you have been building. Don't you think you need to do a reconsideration? Forgetting that character is part of success factor for your life is a very reckless thing to do. It's going to cost you more than you imagine. And I hope that makes sense to you. The next thing on my list is when you refuse correction. I'm talking to young people, right? Anybody that cannot be corrected, you cannot be corrected. You believe that you are right. You know everything. Mr. and Mrs. know it all. Miss know it all. Nobody can tell you what to do. You know so. And you know what's funny about knowledge? Knowledge is progressive. What you know 2 days ago, by the time you sit down to articulate it well, you can improve on what you know. So you cannot be a custodian of a particular situation. You don't know jack. You don't know nada. So if you are living a life without apology, a life without correction, nobody can tell you what to do. A person who cannot receive correction, you will struggle in school. You will struggle in life. You will struggle at your workplace. You will struggle with your business. You will struggle in ministry. You will struggle in marriage. You will struggle in leadership. You will continue to struggle because a lot of people know more than you. They've gone through that journey. They have gone way past. They know the mistakes you are making and they are telling you you refuse to do it. You will not have a better destination if you're a young person and you cannot take correction. Look, the ability to take correction is a skill on its own. Your ability to be able to listen and reflect. Why is this person telling me that I'm wrong? Why? Why does it look like? Why? What do you have to say? What makes you think this is wrong? Whatever that makes you think this is wrong. Let me kukuma sit down. Let me think. Why do you think I'm wrong? Why is this not correct? Immediately you have that type of impression. You are a teachable person. You are trainable. Don't ever believe that you know everything about anything. Sincerely speaking, knowledge is progressive. Your ability to listen, reflect, and adjust your decision because somebody corrected you is one of the biggest things you can do for yourself. It's one of the best things you can do for your life. And I hope you really believe me. If you don't believe me, these are just not my opinions. These are stuff that I've read. These are things that, okay, someone is asking me to invite her. Give me 1 second. Invitation sent. Olori, Olatoke. I just sent you an invitation. Who again? Okay, so please, when you're ready to come in, please just do what you have to do. All right? I just sent you an invitation now. So, bad character is going to slow you down. You will not get help on time if you have a bad character. People will help you. You cannot say thank you. Yeah, actually, yeah, you will still suffer also. Because the people that are helping you, it's not as if they have so much. But they did it because they think you need help. So when you lack the ability to say thank you, you will suffer it. You will suffer it. Oh God, Apostle Femi Lazarus said it very, very beautifully. He said, anytime anybody does something that you cannot do for yourself, you need to be able to say thank you. He said, don't be coded. Don't be coded about saying thank you. He said, the distance, I'm telling you the way he said it too. I memorized it. I'm telling you, because it made a lot of sense to me. He said, anytime someone does something that you cannot do for yourself, you need to be able to say thank you to that person. Number two, he said, don't be coded in saying thank you. Don't be coded. Don't say thanks. Don't, anybody that says thanks, like, in fact, the thanks is not even THANK space YOU, like, even dash me the whole alphabet. No. The young people that I'm talking about, they can type T and X. You will not get another help. If it is easy, why didn't you use your own money? Why didn't you do it? Why did you not do it? So anytime anybody does something that you cannot do for yourself, you are supposed to show gratitude. And don't be coded about it. Don't be coded about it. Then the last thing he said that I memorized, he said the distance between two favorable conditions is going to depend on how grateful you are when they did you that first favor. Oh my God. Can you think about that for a second? He said the distance between two favorable conditions. The distance between two favorable conditions. If you want to keep getting help, you better learn how to say thank you. There is a song, I know how to say thank you. He said, I know how to say thank you. I know a blessing when I see one. You should be able to identify a blessing when you see one. These are words of Apostle Femi Lazarus. The distance between two favorable conditions, between two favorable help, is how much investment of thank you and gratitude that you display when you got one. Young people don't know how to say thank you. Young people don't know how to say thank you. And these are not my opinions alone. I'm telling you from journals, discussions from people that are way smarter than me and you. People don't know how to say thank you, especially these Gen Z people. You think everything is, you deserve everything. And there are adults who also do that. Their mouth is heavy when it comes to saying thank you. But when they need help, they know how to get it. You need to learn how to say thank you. Refusing correction is what we are talking about. And we dive down there into your ability to listen, introspect. If they tell you something is wrong, why are they saying it is wrong? Maybe that person knows more than you. Don't you think? If that person knows more than you, that means they can correct you. And if they can correct you, it is for your whole life to move forward. Again, this is not about addiction. I will emphasize it. If you have been able to solve the problem of stealing, you have not been arrested by the police, you have not gone to jail, you have been able to keep your life together such that you've not gone to jail, you don't get arrested, you are not drunk and you are not doing any of that, it is now your inability to take and accept correction is what will draw your life back. Do you know how very dangerous that is? Do you know how very bad that is? That is what I'm telling you. You need to work on it. Your ability to listen, introspect, reflect on an objective, and make necessary adjustments for your whole life. I think it's very important that young people take this into consideration. And this is very important. The next one is impulsiveness. Emotional impulsiveness. Young people are too impulsive. Impulsiveness. Emotionally, a young person who reacts too quickly out of anger, out of excitement, out of attraction, out of fear, out of ego, out of offenses, it can ruin your chance of success. Again, it goes into taking counsel. Bible said, out of multitude of counsel, there is safety. In other words, it is safe when someone advises you on a step that you want to take. Emotional impulsiveness is one of the problems a young person can have that won't let you get your destination on time. I don't know how I can emphasize this than to tell you that it's going to cost you a lot of time if you are very impulsive. Remember the last time you went to market, all the things you did not plan to buy, those were the things you ended up buying. You buy them because you are very impulsive emotionally. You need to learn how to hold back. You need to learn how to hold back. Don't respond immediately, especially when you are not sure, especially when you are not certain about that step. It is one of the things that can make a young man or young woman's life go south if you are not going to take care of your impulse behavior, emotional impulsiveness. The next one is despising small beginnings. Starting small does not make sense to a typical young person all over the world. Starting small now makes no sense to young people. You look at the people who have started business 40 years ago and you compare yourself to them because of AI. You think if you add AI to what you are doing that you will be okay. You will not be okay. Some things just take time. There is nothing you can do to that. Pastor Obada, I can't remember, Pastor Niyi Obada came to Port Harcourt City like 9 years or 8 years ago, and he said that, no, like 9 years ago, he said that no matter how early you left your house, that you're traveling, you jump on your car and you get on the expressway, on the freeway, there is always a car in front of you. In other words, some people have just gone ahead of you. There is nothing you can do to it. It is not your fault. It is life. It is life. So despising little beginning is going to worry you eventually, even in your future. Many young people want visibility now. They want visible success now. They don't like to start small. They don't like anything that is quiet, that is taking time, or that is still crawling and stuff like that. And that is a very reckless thing to do. You need to remember that good things will take time. It's just like growing wealth. From all the books that we have read, some things just take time. Some things just take time, and you need to remember that. People want to have all the money. Young people want to have all the fame and success and all of that. I know some things just take time. I've seen that in my personal life. I've seen it in the lives of people that are around me. I've read them in books. I've seen them everywhere. Any tangible thing that will last longer than you is going to take time. Young person, if you're listening to me right now, acknowledge and identify the fact that you might not blow like that. That's the word we use. Evie, thank you for joining. You might not blow like that. Some things just take time. You want to do so quickly and get out of the way. You want results without process. But not in Shere. Where does that happen? It doesn't happen anywhere, only in your mind. Things only happen in your mind. There are things that just take time. You cannot want recognition without competence. I read a journal recently that the people that we call celebrity, the real type of celebrity who have actually impacted a generation, maybe by their skills, maybe by their whatever their skills are, and people who just take pictures and become famous. There's a group of people who just go to nice places to take pictures. They go to, if they have to crash big men's party, and that's how they become very popular. You cannot compare them. I'm using my eyes to follow different types of, Look, the point I'm making is, even Bible said, though my beginning may be small, but I have the assurance that my later end shall be greatly increased. That even though my beginning may be small, even though if you have small beginning, with time, it will grow. And that's not my opinion. That's what Bible said. Bible said, even if you start small, there is heavy possibilities that you will grow and you will blow. You know what I mean? And I think that is very critical to any young person that is listening right now. Some things just take time. The people you are competing with, they have providence that you don't have. They met money at home. You don't have money. Look at the schools that you went to. They didn't go to that type of school. You cannot compete with them. If you compete with them, you will suffer. You will crash. Remember when we did, if you can't beat them, you join them. No. You will regret at the end of the day. There are people you shouldn't compete with because they have it better than you. Their future was planned even before they gave birth to them. The only thing you can get from people like that should be inspiration. Don't try to get it, because what you are seeing in their lives, they didn't work for it. Somebody did the job in advance for them. So all that you should have in your brain is how you can do such for the ones that are coming through you. And you need to take it very easy. Don't despise small beginnings. any young person listening to me, do not despise small beginning. This is very important. You will still buy that car. You will still travel to Mecca. You will still be an Alaji. You will still be a JP. You will still build that house. You will still get married. You will still go for honeymoon. You will still be able to carry that Chanel bag. You will still be able to wear that perfume. You will still be able to go to those nice, beautiful places, all those Caribbean islands. You will still have to go. Don't do stupid things to go to places like that. You won't even enjoy it if you are doing that. There is something about knowing that you spent your own money to get stuff done. Do you agree with me? Do you really agree that there is a level of satisfaction that comes from the fact that you know that God has helped you to achieve this success? There is a good feeling about it, that you're able to pay your own bills with the works of your hand. Your hand and your brain under God has helped you to be able to achieve these things. That is what I'm talking about. That is the type of success you should be looking for. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling bad. The people you call your parents, the people you call your brothers and your sisters, you met them at home. You cannot blame anyone. Yoruba song, a Yoruba song that says, "Ọmọ tó ní ìyá wọn ò là, tó ní bàbá wọn ò lówó lọ́wọ́, ẹnu ẹ̀ ló wà yẹn." In other words, if you are blaming your parents because you think they didn't do enough for you, hello, let's wait for you. You will soon be a parent too. Let's see how far you will go. You can't blame anybody anymore for anything. You cannot blame anybody. All you have to do is to put your act together and see how far you can go, trusting that God will help you. Because by your strength, you will not be able to do it alone. And I hope that makes sense to you. Lastly, it's related to the first point that I made, but this one is your inability to stay with one thing long enough. Your inability to stay with one thing long enough. This is different from divided attention, okay? Some young people keep changing direction after something has grown. They think it is time to move on. After you have nurtured it and it is growing, you are supposed to stay and follow it grow. You are supposed to watch it. You started a business. Instantly, you've gone to hire someone to take the business over. What do they call them? Someone who is just be in your shop. What do they call them, please? Anyone? You just hire someone and you just put them, and that one starts stealing from you. They stole so much that you went back down because you are not willing to stay long. I understand that you want to multiply your income and you've set up this business and you want to continue like that. But there is something about staying to protect what you have started. And I think it's very, very important. Don't change direction almost all of a sudden. Let it grow. Give it time to grow. New plan today, new position next month is going to confuse you. Give some things time to grow. You can have another new idea. Yes, let it just keep that in the cooler. Keep that in the cooler for now, you know. Okay, bring them on camera. Who is that? Oh, okay. So again, like I said, not every change that you experience right now should take effect immediately. There is something you already started. Allow it to grow before you go to the next thing. Do you agree with what I've said today? If you do, please just signal if it makes sense to you, or you think any of these points is actually affecting you right now. Can you just give a thumbs up or some type of notification just to really show that, yes, I think I will slow down. I will make sure that I'm teachable. I am able to take corrections. You know, I'm putting it down one after the other. You know what I mean? Because I want us to know that no matter how terrible things have become, the difference between you that you are willing to take correction and you that you just want to carry on, knowledge is progressive. What you knew last week, you'll be surprised that it has changed. The behavior that you think is going to destroy your life in 2026, in this century, has changed very drastically. Yes, gambling. Yes, alcoholism. Yes, all this bad behavior, going to jail and all of that. If you are able to keep yourself away from stuff like that, it is now your poor relationship with time that will now cost you. Don't you think it's bad? It's terrible. So any young person listening, your relationship with time, you need to readjust it. You need to adjust it in such a way that make it more productive. And I'm not talking about lateness only. It is deeper than I said. I'm telling you that respect time in everything that you're doing. Have time to do specific things that you want to do. You still have time. The same 24 hours that I've got, that's the same 24 hours that you also got. And you tire, I see you now. This is very, very critical. And it's important for you to take note of this. The next thing, I'm recapping now because we are rounding off. Not finishing things. Have the power to finish whatever that you started. Have the power to finish whatever that you started. I issued a caveat. I said it is arrogant for anybody to say, don't give up. That as soon as you start, you must finish. Start and finish. You need to be able to discern between what you started that is correct, that is good, and what you started that is wrong, right? The moment you find out that this is bad, you can always take a U-turn. And like you said in the comments, that is it not too late in my 30s and I've not really done anything? I've gone so far that I don't think I can start all over again. People start all the time. People start all the time. And I gave you an example of the person I was telling you. In his 40s, he started all over again. He's not even 60 yet, and he is balanced. He might not have the topmost money, but he is not stranded. So people start all over again. So don't be so overwhelmed by the number of years that you have spent in going in the wrong direction that you are not willing to start again. Because it leads you nowhere. It leads you nowhere. So keep that in mind. Any young person listening to me right now, it is very important for you to know that no matter if you keep going to the wrong direction, if you like, go for the next 10 years. When you are ready, you will come back to the beginning again. So why waste all that time? So whatever you started, that you are sure, you have instruction, you are certain, you are trained, carry on. The ones you are not sure about, please just go back. Go back. Go back. Starting is attractive, but staying to achieve that purpose is also important. I talked about your character being part of your success factor. Character being part of your success factor. Yes, not to be impulsive emotionally, to be appreciative. Okay, I see you. I see the comments. Okay, sales girls. Yes. Those are the people I'm talking about. So back to what I was saying about character. Character is part of the success factor. You need to, it's one of the basic things. And I told you that Dr. Charles Apoki calls it your perceivable value. There are doors that will open to you, not because you have money. You don't even have the type of qualification that will get you through that door. But your character, some people can just perceive, I think this guy is a great guy. Character has taken people places. So if you have talent, you now have good character with it, oh my God. The sky is your starting point. And that's the truth. Coded, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you. You know, I said something about taking corrections. You have to be teachable as a young person. If you don't have all those grade 1 problems like alcoholism, like all those bad behavior, police arresting you, going in and out of jail all the time, you have been able to take care of all of that. It is not because you cannot take correction that will ruin your life. Come on. It is not taking correction that will now change everything. You need to work on that. And this is very, very important. I talked about emotional impulsiveness. Young people are too quick. They are quick on their feet out of excitement, out of anger, out of excitement, out of attraction, out of offenses, out of fear. Some will do it out of ego. I think I can. And they are so sure that they can. Emotional impulsiveness. Create systems that will check your decisions. Anytime you are feeling that impulse, please try as much as you can. Frustration. Out of frustration. Brenda, thank you. Brenda, thank you so much. I've been looking for that word for a while. You know, you can be so offended. You are so angry that you just take a decision out of frustration. Most people who do that regret at the end of the day. Please, any young man, young woman listening, don't take any decision out of frustration. Someone did something very bad and you want to retaliate. And I know retaliation sounds so nice. Retaliation is so beautiful in your mind until it starts happening. That's when you realize that it takes more than retaliation. It takes reconnaissance. It takes skill. It takes planning to do some of the things that you plan to do. And I hope that makes sense to you. I also talked about young people who don't like to start small. Young people don't like to start small. Everything you want to do, it's big scale. Big scale. You want to start from the top. Nobody starts from the top. You need to recognize that everybody starts small. And I quoted the scriptures that says, though my beginning can be small, but I have the assurance that my later end will be greatly increased. God has a way of blessing something that is small. Then He grows it in your presence. You know what that will do for you? It will give you experience. That means you can reproduce that result anywhere you go to. No matter what the case is, something that you started and God grows it in your presence. You can become a master even at teaching other people to do the same. So do not make that mistake of thinking because it is small, it is not making any sense. You have 200 followers right now. Maybe you have 500. Maybe you have 20 followers. And it's looking like it's not working. I'm talking to me, even me, go right now. Sometimes I will do videos and I will think, this video should go viral because I feel like I'm making sense. Every time I feel like that video should go viral, you can see 25 views, 0 likes, 0 share, 0 whatever. Because some things just take time. Some things just take time, but don't despise it. There were days my videos used to be 5 persons, no comments, 0 comments, 20 likes, 20 views, 5 views, 0 likes, and all. Gradually, it's growing. 50 likes. 200 people have viewed your videos. 200. You locked down in 200 for a very long time. You are reading, what am I doing wrong? Some things just take time. And that's when you hear statements like, this guy just came from nowhere. But did you just come from nowhere? Did you? Did you just come from nowhere? You didn't just come from nowhere. But they didn't know you. They didn't know you. They didn't know you've been around since. The guy just came from nowhere. The girl just came from nowhere. Who came from nowhere? Nobody came from nowhere. You've been grinding. You've been doing a lot that nobody saw. One day, one video just went poof, and everybody came back to your space. They now saw that you've been doing videos. They saw that you've been doing things for a very long time. Nobody came from nowhere. I have a student that shared a story with me, and that's where I'm going to round off. Please, I hope this story will really inspire you to stay consistent with whatever that you are doing. That is correct. We are supposed to be very specific. This story, I hope it will help you and encourage you to stay consistent. So I had a lecture between 6 and 8 p.m. that day. So while I was rounding off, packing my laptop and all of that, so the girl came to me and said, hey, Professor, I actually went online and I saw one of your videos and that was really, really incredible. I really love what I saw and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, nice. That's good. Little beginnings. That's true, Brenda. And I'm like, oh, this is good. Do you do mentor? Oh, absolutely, I do. So he said, I'm trying to read the comments on, it's a long time watcher. Oh, okay, Olalekon is a long time watcher. Thank you, Olalekon. I appreciate that. So let me finish this story so we can round off quickly. So the girl now came and said, hey, Professor, thank you so much. I saw some of your videos and it's so incredible. I really like what you're doing. So she now said that, hey, I noticed that some of your videos are not getting a lot of views and all that. What are you doing about it? I said, well, I'm cleaning up my videos. I'm studying more. I'm throwing content out there. I'm specific. I have a niche that I've carved for myself. I was saying so much. And I think she saw through my frustration. What I'm telling you was just about 3 months ago. She said, Professor, I need you to understand that these things take time. She said she saw a video of Mr. Beast. I didn't even know who Beast was until then. He said, I saw a video of Mr. Beast that he's been posting consistently for the past 10 years. For the past 10 years. And that his videos will just do 2 views, 15 views, 200 views, 500 views, 30 views, but that he did not mind He just kept on doing it. He just kept on posting. He just kept on posting. And he did it consistently for 10 years. 10 years. Look, before I go forward, think about 10 years. Oh. This is not 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months. Oh. Like, he's been posting consistently for the past 10 years. And nothing really fantastic comes out of it. However, there is always a day that will make the difference in everybody's life. All I'm hoping for is that when that day comes for you that you are watching me right now, you've prepared and you are ready. Because if you are not ready, well, it will take another cycle, and that is bad. That is going to waste a lot of time. So you better get your skill, put yourself together now, and start getting things done. So that when your time comes, when your face show, when your shoe is shining, you will have more to deliver. She said, Mr. Beast now said, he did a video one time, and the video went viral. Now, the story is that when the video went viral, people saw the video, they loved it, they shared, they did all of that, but they were so impressed that they now came back to his page. When they now got to his page, they saw that he had other fantastic videos that most people did not even know about. So video that did 500 views, video that did 750 views, video that did 2,000 views. When he woke up the next day, he found out those videos now have 3 million views, 45 million views, 500 million views. How is this even possible? He said he lost his mind. That what? You mean videos can go this viral after 5 years? So if you're anybody right now listening, you did a video, nobody even pay attention. Maybe in another 3 months, that video you did 6 months ago, somebody will just pick it up, put it on the platform, and boom, that's how it blows. But it's going to be a tragedy. When they get to your post, they saw 3 videos because you are discouraged. They saw 10 videos. They will not be able to stay. Imagine the millions of people coming on Mr. Beast's video and his platform, and they only saw 25 videos. Oh my jet online, how long does it take to go through videos? He has dropped so many videos that nobody saw that he didn't care. He just continued consistently to do what he was doing. So when people came, there was so much for them to see. They started liking. They scroll from one video to another, and that was how those videos racked up millions of views. And in less than a month, this guy started getting plaques. Until today, he's the best whoever that he has made millions of dollars. The guy initiates programs in Africa, put billions of, I don't know, let me not over exaggerate this, but I'm just saying that you see the power of consistency. Nobody came from nowhere. Don't join people who say that. It's you that did not know them. You didn't know them doesn't mean they have not been existing. That's the point I'm making, and I hope this makes sense to you. Again, I want to thank you once again, everyone who have joined my life today. I don't take it for granted. Like I say all the time, I don't see numbers. I see people. From the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. I am on all the social media platforms. Please, if you love what we are doing here, I would like us to grow this channel together. Follow me for more. Subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, share them, let people know, especially when you have young people around. This is part of what we do on this platform. So I said all of that to say thank you again, and I will see you next week. Have a wonderful evening. If you are from the West Africa, South Africa, Africa as a whole, or you are in this part of the world, good morning, and I hope you have an incredible, absolutely phenomenal weekend ahead of you. All right, I'll see you around. Have a good time.